WordPress users, welcome to WP Interactions. In this video, you will learn how to add 3D rotation on hover to WordPress blocks using WP Interactions. Let's start. First, we need to add an interaction. Here's how to do it. Select the block you want to add a 3D rotation effect to. In the block toolbar, click the Add Interaction to Block button. From the options, select While Mouse Hovering. This interaction allows you to define actions that occur based on the cursor's movement over an element. Then, in the WP Interaction sidebar, give this interaction a name. Now it's time to add actions that will occur while the cursor is moving over the block. Go to the HoverX action timeline. The HoverX action timeline defines actions based on the horizontal movement of the cursor over the element. 0% is for left, and 100% is for right. Click the Add Action button and select Rotate 3D from the Action menu. In the Action Properties, we'll set the rotation so that the block faces the left when the cursor is at the leftmost point of the element. Now close the Action Properties and add another Rotate 3D action. This time, let's set the Y rotation to face right. Then, the position to 100%, meaning the rightmost point of the element. We've set up the HoverX actions. Why don't we preview this before moving on? Looks great! Next, let's go to the HoverY action timeline. The HoverY action timeline defines actions based on the vertical movement of the cursor over the element. 0% is for top, and 100% is for bottom. We'll just repeat the steps as before. Add a Rotate 3D action. In the Action Properties, set the X rotation so that the block faces up when the cursor is at the top of the element. Now we'll just add our final Rotate 3D action. This time, set the X rotation so that the block faces down, then the position to 100%, meaning the bottommost point of the element. We're done! Hit Save, and preview this in the front end. The block rotates in 3D as the cursor is hovering over it. That's one way of adding a 3D rotation effect on hover to a WordPress block. Now, why don't we try having the block rotate even when the cursor is moving around it? Let's head back to the editor. In the WP Interaction sidebar, head to the Interaction Trigger panel. You can use these other trigger options to target elements other than actual blocks. For now, we'll keep it to block. But instead of the block we've used, this time, we'll select its parent container. Going back to the interaction settings, we could add a smoothness to this interaction. This makes the transition between actions smoother. Now navigate to the timelines and change the applied element to block and select the block we want to rotate in 3D. Do this for the rest of the actions. And that's it! Don't forget to save your changes. Now let's preview this in the front end. See how the block is now rotating even when the cursor is moving around it? Now you know how to add a 3D rotation effect to your WordPress blocks. You can take this process and explore other variations to add a dynamic three-dimensional animation to your WordPress website. Thanks for watching!